Hey guys, what's going on? Just pulling out of the parking lot here at No Frills. Finished my shift. As you can see, I still have my shirt on. Where's my energy drink? There we go. My energy drink ready to go. So I haven't done a vlog in a while, so I figured since I'm driving home, give me something to rant about. I guess, I don't know if rant is the word you would call it, but, you know, just I'll give you my perspective on a couple of things. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today is, I don't have my thoughts in order. I was kind of just thinking about a video I wanted to make while I was working, and like, okay, I'm gonna do one when I get off work and I drive home. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't really put it in order, just kind of thought about the subjects I wanted to touch on. Mainly I wanted to talk about the whole theme park versus Sandbox not issue, what's the word I'm looking for, just the whole theme park versus Sandbox MMO aspect, and my take on it, and my perspective, and, you know, my likes and dislikes and shit. So I'll start from the first, I guess, and what basically prompted this this vlog video. So yesterday I booted up retail again on WoW. I wanted to do a video on it about the level 60 boost, because when I went on YouTube and I was trying to look and see what a level 60 boost was like, there was no videos on a level 60 boost. There was people getting 260, there was level 50 boost, there's people getting freshly to 60 and be like, okay, so what do we do now, and yada yada yada. But there was no like video on, okay, I'm purchasing a 60 boost with my MasterCard or my Visa, my credit card. Here's what happens when you do it, and then when you boost, here's what happens in the game. There is no video on YouTube that I seen about it. So I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna try and give retail another chance. So I boosted. My boosted was $75. I do regret it, and I'll hop into why in just a few minutes. So I boosted. It's kind of like doing Exile's Reach, you know, when you first start the game, you go on that ship and they teach you how to use your main moves and shit. Well, it's the same thing, except when you boost, you're forced into a 1 spec out of 3. So I only boosted a priest, and they're like, well, if you're boosting priest, and the only thing you can boost, like the only spec you can choose, is discipline. And let me tell you, man, discipline fucking sucks ass. Huge. Like, discipline is so bad. So I did the training, and then the ship got attacked by a scourge, right? So I gotta kill so many scourge. I fucking died, okay? And they taught me how to use all the skills and shit with discipline. Discipline fucking sucks so bad. I fucking died, like, just within 5 minutes in the game. And this is some shitty easy noob mission you have to do to get off the boat, and I fucking died. And I'm literally lying dead on the boat, and it was like an auto revive system or something. It was so fucking bad. I'm like, don't ever play discipline, it's a piece of shit. But anyways, so do that, and then then you choose your coven, and I chose the Kieran, obviously, and then you do your campaign, and this and that shit, and cutscenes here, cutscenes there, and like, I really don't fucking care. You gotta do the campaign, kill some shit, and anyways, I don't want to bore you with the whole thing. I'll upload the video of what happened. I think I got about like 2 hours of footage. Then I buy a WoW token, which is like $25 to give me some money. And I literally just go to the auction house and gear myself with a bunch of shit. So I'm like, okay, so I get the best gear that I can, and then I buy a transmog set for my priest, and she got the celestial transmog set, which looks really fucking cool. So I did that, which was like $35, and then I got the celestial mount, the horse mount, flying mount, which is like another $35. So I got that. So you got $75 for the boost, you got $25 for the WoW token, you got $35 for the celestial transmog, and then you got $35 for the celestial mount. Right? So I do all this and whatever, and I'm doing all this, doing the campaign and shit, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get into it so much. And it's like story after story after story, and then quest and campaign and this and that, and then you get this gear, you get that gear, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, and then I got to do world quest to give me anima, and the anima I got to take to this fucking machine and put the anima in the machine, so then I can get my base built up and different conduits and fucking upgrading gear pieces, and I'm like, this sucks. This is not an MMO RPG. This is fucking, let me hold your hands. We'll say it's an MMO, but we all really know what it is, and it's dog shit. It's a fucking circus, and you know what? That's perfect, because it's a theme park MMO. It's linear. You get quests, missions, stories. I'm like, bro, I'm not playing this game for the stories. I don't care about the stories. I want gameplay, and I want fighting, monster grinding. I want to cook and fish. I want to survive in the environment. I want to do my own thing. I want to go my own way. I want to choose my own path. I want to do what I want to do. And I want to go out and explore the world. I want to see what there is. I want to talk to NPCs, see, maybe they got cool new swords and gear, and, like, see what, and then maybe do my own, like, professions of crafting, and try and make a trade, or get a trade up, and make money. This retail shit, they've lost the essence, bro. They've lost the essence of MMO. You just go out there, like, I watch videos on it, and it's just a bunch of people going into dungeons, pushing a fucking button, and spinning around, killing enemies left and right. I'm like, dude, you may as well be playing a mobile game. You just going in, pressing a whole bunch of buttons and killing shit. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, no, man. Whatever happened back in the day where you were, like, you're a weak piece of shit. Like, yeah, maybe 1v1, and at best, if you 1v2, you had to be super careful, because, like, you get face rolled. People going in these fucking dungeons, push a couple buttons and killing like fucking 10 people at a time. Like, dude, there's a mobile game called Arena Valor. No, it's called AFK Arena. AFK Arena means away from keyboard arena. So you just push buttons on it, and you see your guy fucking spinning around, killing hundreds of thousands of fucking things, and you just throw your phone in the fucking corner and it does it for you. I'm like, dude, this is exactly what it looks like to me. The fucking Torghast and WoW, and fucking just people spinning around, and they got the cool transmogs and looking gear, and just, like, it's just a game to look cool. That's all it is. It's a game to look cool. Nobody gives a fuck about, pretty much the story. Nobody gives a fuck about whatever. It's just, you just go raid, you just go get gear, and that's it. And, like, there's no sense of adventure. They're going out into the world, exploring, taking on dangerous enemies, building friendships. There's none of that shit. Fucking none of it. And I spent, what, 70, 30, 30, 20, probably like close to $200 fucking dollars. And for what? To realize the game's dog shit, and I'm like, I can't play this shit anymore? $200 going down the fucking hole. I mean, I don't plan on playing it again. I mean, I logged in, I'm like, I don't fucking want to play this. I'm like, it sucks, dude. Like, I'm already done with it. I'm bored. You just go here, you do this, you collect this shit, you go. Like, no, bro. I want to do what I want to do. Fuck that. So you know what? I'm done. I'm done with retail. Wow, $200. I tried, man. $200. I tried to boost. I tried to get into it. I'm gonna upload a video probably when I get home or before I go into work or whatever. But that's how it is, man. It fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. Classic WoW. There is an argument with Classic WoW. It is kind of theme park, but I disagree. There is a tad bit of essence of theme park in it, but I would argue it's more sandboxy. Sure, there is quests in it, but it's not linear. You go out and do what you want. You accept quests that you want to do, you don't have to do. You go out, you do your craft, you make a name for yourself, you go exploring. I mean, look at my last series. I mean, I didn't do fuck all quests on it, and I was able to manage to make it to 60 because I camp grind and shit. You know, it was good. Like, you know, and I'm doing a series that you guys probably all been watching, my hardcore series on Season of Mastery, which is even much better because now you not only do you have one life, but you got to be careful about what you do. Everything matters, man. Cooking, fishing, skinning, economy, you know, money. You got to watch what you buy. You just got to be very careful, right? And that's it. That's the essence of MMO. And the thing that I don't like about it, and I hope this changes, is that with the hardcore add-on, you can't really group with anybody, or unless it's like a dungeon, but it can only be other hardcore verified people. You can't use the auction house and shit, which I kind of understand, because if you're buying shit from a guy who's not hardcore, then, you know, he could have died 100 times, and then he goes and gets a good item, and then you buy it. Well, technically you're buying from a non-hardcore person, which violates the terms of agreement. I get that. So I don't like the solo aspect of it so much, and the fact that you can only sell to NPCs and whatever. But I'm hoping one day soon that World of Warcraft does make a hardcore server. I mean, they did kind of implement a hardcore buff in it. It's okay, I guess, but they can take it further, man. If they make a hardcore server, then oh my god, it'd be so good, so good. But honestly, if it wasn't for the hardcore aspect, I wouldn't even be playing World of Warcraft right now. I just don't care. Like, Classic is good, all right, but let's face it, I've done Classic. I've done all the zones. I've gone to all the zones. I've explored everywhere. I've gotten everything on my mage, where, you know, she's like a master fisherman, cooker, and fucking skater and all that. Like, I've done it all. Like, I've been to all the zones, explored the world. But, you know, when you throw hardcore into it, it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new beast. You know, like, would I ever play Classic again? Sure, maybe with friends. Maybe. I don't know. Would I ever play Classic hardcore? Abso-fucking-lutely I would, because, man, it gets my adrenaline going when you do, you know, when you in danger of dying and shit, your adrenaline spikes through the roof, man. You get in a rush, it's like a high, a rush, man. Like, you know, and you gotta be so careful about what you do. Absolutely. It is next level way of playing, you know, and I love it. I live for that. But this, you know, just normal Classic, sure, it's good stuff. But anyways, so yeah, I'm not doing a series on retail, and same with Final Fantasy. I paid for the expansion, and I've been doing a lot of quests where go here, click this, listen to this, listen to that, watch this cutscene, listen to this guy, listen how Estinine fucking is horrible with money, fucking listen to G-Raw, how we're all going over to this place to pretend we're students and stuff, and then when we get there, I gotta go here, I gotta go there, listen to the history on things, and listen to that. Like I'm doing like an hour and a half of fucking running around and watching cutscenes and shit. Like, it may as well be a movie or a series. Like, not once did I ever get to fight an enemy or, like, you know, battle or you know, whatever. And then when I finally got to, I'm out on the beach somewhere. I forget why. I was so tired. I wasn't even interested in the story. I was out on the beach somewhere, and there's a big turtle like to the left of me and a giant elephant to the right. And I'm like, okay, well, so I fight them, and it was easy peasy. Like it was no, like I didn't even have to step out of like AoE abilities, and you get no experience, like fuck all experience. Like the only way you can really level in that game is do quests or dungeons and spam dungeons. That's it. That's it. Like there's no point of fighting enemies. They're just a hindrance if they aggro you. There's no point. You may as well just run away because they don't give fucking experience. They give nothing. You have like 50 experience and you need like 10 million. Like, well, what the fuck is the point? Like what the fuck, dude? I'm like, are you really invested in your character in those games, bro? Like, yeah, okay, the story's good, right? You're the Warrior of Light or whatever. But the fucking gameplay is dog shit. You're just rotating. You're doing 100 rotations. Like, you go into a raid and you just do them, you know, hit the 3 button twice, hit number 6, hit number 5, hit number 2, hit number 1. If that procs, you hit number 4. But if it doesn't proc, then you go back to hit number 3 again, and then you do all this shit. I'm like, that's not a fucking MMO. That's a goddamn circus. And it's all just about glamour, the way you look, the mounts. There's no punishments in that game. There's, you know, you don't have to stock up in a city for, you know, with, you know, food and water so you don't, you know, die from dehydration or starvation. You know, you don't have to go cook things and make sure, you know, to survive. It's just, you just go here, go there, push this. And you know what? I'm finding a lot of this is because of this new generation of kids coming out. Their attention span is so fucking small that the games that I like classic WoW, EverQuest, well, even the new EverQuest retail shit, it's kind of like retail WoW in a way. Like, it's about gear, loot and gear. I don't know about the rotation aspect. There might be some aspect to it. Getting to end level, doing raid, getting loot, getting gear. Like, nobody fucking cares about the journey. It's all about the final destination, right? And you know me, I'm a huge I'm a huge believer in journey before destination, but mostly everybody just says fuck it, you know, like, just it's about endgame and gear. And this generation is so fucking like ADD. It's like their attention span is so bad, they get bored so fucking easy. So, you know, most of the people that play games like me, like classic WoW and classic EverQuest or P99, we're all the older generation. Older guys, even older girls sometimes. You know, I'm 34. I'll be 35 this March. I bet you anything that there ain't nobody playing classic EverQuest or classic World of Warcraft or even Season of Mastery that is under the age of 25. And that's being generous. I'd probably argue and say maybe 28 or 30. 28 to 30. Nobody below 28 playing these games because they don't have the fucking attention span. They don't give a fuck. They just want to go away and get get instant gratification, get loot, get fucking gear, you know, push a bunch of fucking keys, and it makes it seem like they're fucking top shit. And it's like, oh yeah, just push this and that and do this and do that rotation, and look, I'm killing 100 fucking guys and doing massive damage. And, like, that is not the essence of an MMO. That's a fucking stupid hack and slash game, or fucking, you know, it's just some fucking console game or some shit. Just like Call of Duty. Like, there's no point to it. You just fucking go around shooting shit, then you get shot. There's no punishment. You respawn 5 seconds later, and then you go kill the guy who fucking killed you. You may as well be bashing your head against a fucking wall, dude. Like, there's no point. There's no sense of accomplishment. It's like, oh yeah, my team won and by like 10 points, but everybody died a million fucking times. What would happen if you played Call of Duty and you only had one fucking life, huh? Huh, change the fucking game. Bet you know, a lot of people would get butthurt and blah, 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 and probably won't play it because, you know, they just want to go around shooting shit. That's all they want. You know, their attention span is so fucking bad. This new generation of fucking kids and people, man, it's brutal, dude. It's fucking brutal. And not even that. It's like the new generation of people, a lot of them don't want to fucking work. A lot of them don't, you know, their attention span is so bad. They just don't give a fuck, you know? Like, but yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm done with these fucking games. I'm 100% done. I'm not having fun, you know? So, but yeah, I love World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. World of Warcraft Classic, okay, don't mind it. Not bad. It's fun to play with friends. But you know what? When they introduced the hardcore aspect, it changed everything. Honestly, I wasn't even going to play WoW anymore. Even with Classic out, I'm like, okay, Classic's good and everything, but I finished it, had my fill of it. It is what it is, right? But hardcore, man, best decision they ever made. Although it's not 100% hardcore, it's kind of like hardcore, but with the add-on that I don't know who it is who made it. It's somebody from the hardcore community. You know, shout out to whoever they are. You know, it just makes it so much better. But yeah, man, I'm having a great time with hardcore. So good. And you know what? So I was gonna do a series on EverQuest. I decided not to do retail EverQuest because it's dog shit. It's, you know, it's the same thing. You got all this stupid shit you gotta do, invest your time into like these AAs abilities, and there's like a fucking 1,000 of them. It's all about gear and loot and fucking, you know, end rating and fucking DPS and DPS meters and add-ons. They've lost the essence. Retail has lost the essence. And the thing is, all games are going this way because they're catering to the new generation of people. They're catering to the new generation who can't fucking concentrate on something for more than 30 seconds unless, you know, it's boom, boom, pew, pew, blast, blast. You know, they got to be doing something. And they don't want to take the time and invest in their character to get, you know, whatever up, craft things. They just want to go out and just fucking annihilate shit. And it's sad, you know, the companies are catering to them because essentially a company wants to make money, and these people, this is what they want. They want shit like this, right? It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. The companies make money off these people, whatever. But I find it's also nice that the companies also take into account us older people. Yes, I said us older people. A lot of us don't even want to play that shit. We want to play the way it originally was, the old style way. It's more fun, more investing. You're more invested in your character. It's like you almost develop a relationship with your character. So that's why a lot of these, like Sony made the time lock progression servers. But the thing with that though is I don't have a lot of time on my hands. So, you know, what happens one day I come back and I haven't logged on the game for a while, and, you know, the time lock progression server starts at the classic EverQuest, the first one. Next thing I know, it's like 8 expansions in, and we're doing all the stupid AA ability shit and fucking, it's all about gear and loot. I'm not gonna fucking want to play it. I'd be like, yo, peace out, fuck this, don't care. So why would I play a time lock progression server when you know it's eventually gonna become retail? Fuck that shit, not happening. So I tried my hand at P99. All right, but now let me tell you something about P99. All right, let me tell you something about P99. P99 was a good effort. P99 was built by the fans, and basically, it's a fan built game. They took the original EverQuest and tried to rebuild it onto a server, and they succeeded in a very fucked up way. And by that, what I mean is the only way you can play it is if you download Titanium, which is like one certain type of EverQuest edition out of like fucking 50. You gotta track it down online, and once you track it down, well, there's a couple websites that have it, you gotta download an ISO mounter, and it's like a digital CD-ROM system. You mount each CD, there's like 5 CDs in Titanium. Then you install it, and then you take out certain files from the Sony folder, EverQuest folder. Then you go to the P99 page, then you take their files, and then you throw those files into the Sony folder, and then you make an emulator account on P99 website, which acts as your login account thing. And then once you launch it, you gotta use the Titanium launcher, not the other launcher, because it'd fuck everything up if you use the other launcher. You gotta use Titanium launcher. And then you launch it, you use your EQ emulator account, which they email it to you, and they email it to you. You gotta finalize it, but I forgot to finalize it one time, and then I couldn't find the page to send me the email link again. So I had to go fucking Google where I can find a way to send the email again, and I found it. So they sent me the email again so I could finalize it. Finally finalized it. Then I was able to get onto P99 because I verified myself. So I used my EQ emulator to get on P99, and I got on P99. There's a whole bunch of servers, but the classic ones were blue and green. Blue was kind of an old one, so everybody was on green. So I went to go to green, and on behold, it was just dog shit, bro. When you started it up, it was already glitchy as fuck. The UIs were like almost non-existent shit. Unless you knew keyboard shortcut keyboard commands, you couldn't like maximize a window or whatever. I had to look it all up and YouTube videos and shit. And you couldn't rotate 360 degrees with your character. It was laggy, it was choppy. The environment looked like shit. The music was fucking staticky and jumpy. The controls were horrible. It wasn't fluent, like it wasn't fluid movement like WoW. It was like, or even EQ retail. It was so bad. The sky was just like a hinge of fucking different colors. I don't know, man. It was fucking bad. It was bad. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but I'm just like, no, I want to set out on an adventure, because I played EverQuest a little bit back in the day, but nothing serious. I didn't get too far in it. So everything's new to me. So I want to set out on an adventure, you know, like fucking, oh, here we go. Like, this is all new to me. You know, let's rock and roll. Let's get out there and make a name for ourselves and just go out there. Like, there's no quests, no bullshit. You just go out and you do what you're gonna do. I wasn't feeling that with P99 because of all these issues with it. Maybe they're not issues for you or whoever, but I like to have a nice play system. You know, WoW was probably the best fluid game I've ever seen as an MMO. It just sucked retail sucks so much. But WoW Classic, yeah, absolutely. Fucking amazing. So, anyways, I said, okay, fuck this shit. I'm done with this. I can't handle P99 anymore. And I found out there was, so on the normal EverQuest, they got a lot of different servers. And there's time locked, there's your normal retail, shit like that. There's role-playing servers. None of them really caught my interest. But then there was one. There was one server that did catch my interest. And that server was called Agnar. Basically, what Agnar is it's like classic WoW, except it's classic EverQuest. But there's a little bit of a difference here. Classic WoW was the very first game in its original form. Very first game. Agnar is not classic EverQuest, but it's like a couple expansions in. Not too many. I think it goes to the Plane of Power, and that was the best expansion ever made. The Planes of Power, which wasn't too far in, and it still handles like classic EverQuest. There's no AA bullshit. There's no gear, loot, and bullshit like that. No questing, go here, go there, do this, do that, and whatever the fuck. Basically, it's the classic adventure that we all wanted. It's just a couple expansions in. And you know what? I like Planes of Power. I love Planes of Power, and go to the Planes of Knowledge and hanging out there. Like that was so amazing. And it's permanent. It's not a time locked where it's eventually going to release new expansions. This is locked. Like it only goes up to that, and that's it. It just goes to Planes of Power, and that's it. That's as far as it goes. It's basically like classic. You're locked at classic. Sure, they have patches that come out to add extra like dungeons and bosses and shit, but it only goes up so far, and that's it. Well, the same thing with Agnar. It only goes up to Planes of Power, and that's it. You fight the gods and you kill them, you win. But it's the same. Like you go out and you make a name for yourself. It's not, it's got a nice tight community. It's not like the graphics are all updated and everything. It handles perfectly, beautifully, and so I think I'm gonna be playing on Agnar. The only thing is with Agnar, it's a classic server, so you got to pay a subscription to get to the server. EverQuest is free, but you only get to go on retail servers. That's it. If you want to play classic or time locked, you got to pay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be playing classic EverQuest on Agnar. I call it classic because it basically is classic. So I do that, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing hardcore on it. I did say I was going to do a permadeath series, so that's what I'm going to be doing as a cleric. Now in this they do have maps, whereas P99 didn't have fucking maps and shit. They got a very nice community, whereas retail's community is usually dog shit. Same with like WoW retail, it's just dog shit. Community sucks. There's a great community on WoW Classic, especially WoW Classic Season of Era, the hardcore. Beautiful community. So I'm probably going to join the Classic or EverQuest Agnar Classic server, and I'll be doing my series on that. So that's the future of my channel. It sucked. I spent $200 on WoW retail just to be like, fuck this shit. It's an expensive lesson, but lesson learned. So those are the two games I'll be playing. I'll probably be alternating because I don't like playing WoW Hardcore Classic unless I got rested XP, because I do monster camping. So I don't really quest. I don't care for questing. I don't like it. I do the odd quest to get my fishing or cooking up or something, but that's it. I don't care for questing. And that's it. Those 2 games are pretty much the ones I'm playing. There's no games that are coming out that I really look forward to. There is one coming out that I am 100% interested in. It's the creators of EverQuest, the people that used to create the old one. Well, they're making a new game, and it's going to be like EverQuest. You know, it's not questing, you know, linear campaign progression shit and all that. And they captured the essence that we all want, us older generations want. And it's called Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen, and it's going to be like EverQuest. So I want to play that when it comes out, but it's still in development. Yeah, other than that, the only other game that I'm playing and doing a series on is Power and Revolution. I downloaded that the other day. It cost me $80, and I got the 2020 version in 2021, but the 2021 doesn't work because the files doesn't work, and the mods, which only work for 2021, I got the extra bundle, but they don't work because you can't use 2021 Power and Revolution. You can only use 2020 Power and Revolution. So I guess that's what I'm fucking playing then. Anyway, so I'm doing a series on that. It's I'm gonna be playing as Venezuela's. I did an episode on it, but man, I got crushed so fast. I'll upload a video on that. So I'm learning as I go on that game. It has a lot to do with numbers, politics, economics, real world stuff. Like it's an interesting game. I've always liked playing it. It's a very hard game to master and learn. Basically everything you do has a consequence, and you have to, it's a learning curve. You know, a lot of it has to do with taxation, healthcare, basically real world shit. It is kind of funny, some of the shit that happens in it, but I did do a video on it. Very first video on my YouTube channel, I did do a video on it, and it was just a comedic video of me in Canada, running Canada, and just fucking just destroying the economy. I lasted 4 days, and I got fucking thrown out of office. I lasted 4 days. I fucked the country up so much in 4 days. Anyways, so but I'm gonna be doing a serious let's play on Venezuela's. There's another YouTuber out there. Actually, most YouTubers I found that play this game, they suck. They suck balls. They don't know what they're doing, and like I don't know what I'm doing either. But there was one YouTuber out there that actually was really fucking good. He does a lot of strategy games. He did a Venezuela's playthrough, and he did really good from what I've seen. He's taking a hiatus currently. He does a lot of strategy games. His name's Sandbox. I would highly recommend looking him up. So sorry, just in the middle of traffic here. Just don't want to get side railed. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a Let's Save Venezuela series, just exactly like he did. I probably won't get as far, but I'm gonna try my best. So yeah, so anyways, that's what's going on with my channel. I'll be doing classic hardcore WoW, which I'm in the middle of the series. I'm still doing it. I'm still recording. My paladin, I think, is like 13 in lock mode on, so we're gonna get her up, and she's probably got rested, so just gotta take my time with her. It's gonna be a slow series. We're gonna be careful, and I'm gonna do a let's play classic EverQuest hardcore. That should be interesting. I've never done EverQuest hardcore before, so I want to. I kind of want my channel to become a hardcore channel because it's so much more entertaining. It's so much more fun for me. It's so much, you know, things are unpredictable. It's so much more of a rush, and you become more what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with an I. Said it before. So let me think. I'm having a brain fart here. You become more uncompromised in your character. You you and your character will develop a relationship. Not a relationship, but you become very, very invested in your character. Your character is basically like you. You don't want it to die, right? And you will do everything you can. You will look at things differently, like in WoW Classic. My talent trees and skills and everything I'm doing, completely different than what it would normally be, because I'm surviving. That's what I'm doing. I've changed my perspective around, and that's what I'm going to be doing on EverQuest. It's not just go out, click this, hit this, shoot it, whatever. And there's no bullshit rotations. Your spells, you get like hundreds of spells in that game. You choose which ones you kind of want. I think you can memorize like 7 or 8. And there's no rotation. You just do what you got to do. All right, you do different things. You can do different things, different classes, stuff like that. And hopefully my buddies play with me. I know Dakota. I think he was gonna play Season of Mastery. And we might do a duo or something. And maybe they'll play EverQuest Classic, but you gotta have a subscription to play an Agnar, so I don't know if they want to pay for that or not, but I'll definitely be doing it. The rules are, I'm gonna try and follow the rules that they laid out in WoW, but for EverQuest, I think, because there's no official rules or guideline, I think I will allow myself to play with other people, have a good social aspect, because that's what I want. I like the social aspect, and trade with other people, sell to other, do that. I think there's an auction house. It's like an auction house. It's called the Bazaar system. They never had that in the class or in P99, which I think sucks. So in a way, I think Agnar is a bit better. I'm just gonna park right here. So yeah, that's that's what I'm gonna do. I did promise a permadeath series on EverQuest, and I plan on delivering. I just had to find the right server. P99 was not right for me. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing 3 series. The one I have going on right now, the WoW Classic Hardcore. I'm gonna be doing the EverQuest Classic Hardcore. That's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna start a video today. And the Power and Revolution. You may not want to watch it. It's kind of a political economy sort of game. It's a strategy game. So I'm going to be doing Let's Save Venezuela's. And the reason I'm picking Venezuela's is because it's probably the shittiest dog shit country in the whole game. And I no disrespect of Venezuela's, but it's a hard country to get under control. So I'm not gonna do something like United States or Russia or China or something like that, where you start off like fucking amazing. I want to do one of the hardest countries, shittiest fucking countries there is, and I kind of want to try and get that back under control and get it running and see how I do on that. So because it's no fun starting off really strong. It's no fun having amazing shit at the top. It's more fun working your way up and starting off as dog shit. I find it's more fun, and I'm sure you guys will probably like watching me scream and lose my shit, and me being in pain, because it's entertaining. Who wants to see somebody succeeding and winning when you can watch somebody fail and fucking throw and lose their shit? It's just like Dragon's Den or Shark Tank or American Idol or whatever. When I watch videos on YouTube, I don't watch the successful people. I don't watch the amazing singers. I don't watch the ones with the amazing pitches that the dragons are all fighting over. They love it. I watch the ones where they fuck up. I watch the ones where it's horrible singers. I watch the ones where the pitch is so fucking bad that is so funny. Like I don't know. Like I'm not a dick. I'm not an ass. Well, maybe I am. I just find it funny just watching stupid shit like that, right? Like somebody pitching a fucking putting lights on fucking signs because people may go the wrong way in traffic. That was so funny. Or watching there's a really couple of bad singers on American Idol that it was just so bad, and it's cringe, but it's so funny. So I kind of figured, you guys probably want to see me struggle and play hardcore, and just start off as shit. So, I think it's more interesting. I think it's more entertaining. And honestly, I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. So anyways, that's where I'm at with my channel. That's what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, I'm at Walmart. I got to pick up some shit here. So I'm going to be going home after this. And I'm going to be probably starting EverQuest Classic. There's a group on Facebook I got in contact with. So there's good people there. Good people in the community. So we'll see what happens. I'll record. Hopefully I'll get a recording in today, and hopefully by tomorrow we'll have it uploaded, and we'll start the series off. Anyways, that's my rant. That's my vlog for today. Wow, we're going on 45 minutes. I must have talked a lot. Anyways, yeah, so that's basically what's going on. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next vlog, all right?